Everybody, welcome back to Inspire Esports. My name is Chinote, joined here by my friend Zim and our wonderful production Hype Plane. We have a fantastic matchup tonight between Intelligent Life and Rogue Dragons. Zim, how you feeling about this matchup?
Kind of curious to see how the matchup plays out, as I've seen a little bit of Rogue Dragons, impressed by some, a little bit questionable about other parts of the gameplay, but I haven't seen much of Intelligent Life myself, so I'm kind of curious to see how this game goes. What about you?
Well, both teams are kind of sitting in opposite spots here. Intelligent Life is 0-2, whereas Rogue Dragons is 2-0. But interesting note going in here is that we do not have Sempra in for Rogue Dragons, who has been their hard carry so far. We have their new pickup, Excelsior, in the starting lineup.
Kind of curious to see how Excelsior turns out, as he was added to the roster just 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, very fresh face here. So it's going to be interesting to see if, Rogue Dragons is able to keep up without Sempra in, or if Intelligent Life is going to be able to get their first win finally.
Only time will tell.
And we will be going into Lijiang Tower here momentarily as our first map. It is going to be Distortion starting out on that main tank for Intelligent Life. I know sometimes they do like to mix in Winston, but she is usually the starting main tank here from what I've seen.
It'll be interesting to see how they play maps like Control Center on Lijiang then, as, or sorry, maps like Gardens, just because it's going to be a little bit harder to force a Rhine comp on a map like that.
Yeah, and we have actually seen them. I personally have casted Intelligent Life twice, and both times they did start on Busan and did run a lot of those ball comps. So it could be what they're looking for here as well, but could also see those Rhine comps like you mentioned on Garden, or not Garden, Night Market. And it looks like we are going to have just a short delay here, right before we were about to kick things off. Teams decided to on-R, but it looks like we will be going in here uh, and getting this match started.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Initiating match.
And right out of the gate here, we will be seeing Gardens. It's going to be interesting to see what each team decides to come out on.
Ready for battle.
Looks like we are going to see a couple of dive comps here with a little bit of a difference in how each team is going to be approaching it.
If everyone performs their function,
Interesting
victory
choice
is assured.
of the different Winston comps, as we see a variation of 6-man coming out from the Rogue Dragons with a Sim instead of a Reaper, presumably just to get them teleported out of spawn, whereas the Intelligence Life is running Double Bubble, presumably playing slower and for Nano, and it'll be interesting to see how the two fare here.
Yeah, and Karma did switch immediately to the Reaper after that teleporter, so they are going to go with that traditional 6-man. And the Winston's are going in right away here. A lot of damage going on. Jomama is able to get Excelsior. Lickhat trades out for Distortion. So a couple members down on each side here. Looking like Overwatch 2 already with the 5v5. And they're just kind of feeling each other out here. Ravage goes back in and forces out the Joe Mama's Tracer, and Sadisky does fall. And it is going to be Rogue Dragons getting the first cap here as Intelligent Life backs off back towards their spawn.
Great play from the Rogue Dragons there to force them to engage in the small little hut to the right of point, as they are much what's called closer range kind of team comps, so by doing that they pretty much force the Intelligence Life team to pretty much get rolled instantly.
Not a lot of switches going in, but they do get wrapped around here. Both teams kind of going into this little section here. Sadisky with the high noon doesn't find anybody. It looks like Lom's able to get that with the defense matrix. Cat comes in onto Distortion. Joe Mama is able to find Persona here, which forces Lit Cat to use the Moira ult to push in here, but members are falling for both teams here. Trades are pretty equal here, as Intelligent Life is losing their support line. They do get the flip, despite the fact that they are losing more members. But it is just a couple members for them here as Distortion goes down, just the Tracer and the Zarya left. And it looks like the Zarya is going to try and get out with their life as Rogue Dragon slips it back.
Thankfully for Intelligence Life, they have almost all of their ults, save High Noon coming out for this fight. And even though the Rogue Dragons have quite a few themselves with Beat and Bomb, they should have a decent chance of swinging point with this fight.
And they are just kind of feeling each other out here. Joe Mama goes in onto Excelsior, but Ravage is able to take out Distortion with that beat, keeping them up from Persona. Hack comes in onto Sadisky, and Project Frigi it goes down. Womps does eat the grab as well, and it is going to be Intelligent Life full retreat here now. It's going to be final fight here in just a moment.
Kind of worried for Intelligent Life about why they're holding their ults for so long. They've had almost all of their ults the last couple of fights, and yet they're just holding them and
the EMP comes out, as well as High Noon, also going on both sides here. Karma and Lit Cat combined to hit a couple, but Distortion just games able to trade out themselves. So it is a 4v4 here. Lit Cat with the Moira ultimate, able to get Jesse Games. Distortion with the Primal Rage here, able to find Lit Cat. It is still looking kind of winnable here, but Joe Mama goes off the side of the map. Not sure what happened there. Womps is being slept in the backline here, and it is Primal Rage comes out for Ravage, is able to get Froji Frigi. Karma does get Sadisky, and the kills are starting to go for Rogue Dragons here. Just a few more members left, and they're going to be locking up round 1.
very strange ult sources coming out from the Intelligent Life, just because they constantly got a lot of ults, but they never really popped them until the very end, after, once again, Rogue Dragons just ulted first. Every time they wait, they get put at a disadvantage, so we'll see if they can work on their ult con for this map.
Yeah, it looked like they had a plan to go with Vampirage's grab, but it just ended up getting eaten, and then they all just kind of held the S key and died, whereas instead of trying to, you know, use a different ults to try and swing a fight, even though there was only like 1 or 2 kills on each side. And it just allowed Rogue Dragons to snowball there.
Teleporter online.
Alright, so for the Rogue Dragons, they're running a Rhine Diva, most of the spam outside of that, and Intelligent Life's running Rhine Sig, so we'll see how they play here.
Both sides with those Junkets putting out a lot of work. Excelsior going super low here, but is able to get healed back up. The lamp comes out for Intelligent Life, able to keep members alive here. That is going to be an ability off the board. They are pushing Rogue Dragons back, and Skitsky finding the kill onto Karma as a lot of spam damage gone for Rogue Dragons. Lamp comes out, but it's not really saving anybody, and Ravage goes down as soon as it expires. Lit Cat pops the window, and they are able to get Distortion here, but most of the members going down for Rogue Dragons now, just Persona, and they are quick to fall as well. Karma comes back in, doesn't get a kill onto Joe Mama, but it looks Karma's just going to be going back to spawn with the rest of the team now.
Yeah, that previous fight, even though they won the fight, Distortion discovered that Baptiste window does in fact kill you very fast on tank. But thankfully his team managed to wrap up the fight and win it for him.
And the window comes out here from Froji Fizzy. Rogue Dragons able to kite back a little bit. They're not really wanting to engage on that, so they are just going to try and wait it out. Excelsior is on the high ground here in the Mega Hub, and they are able to get the Junkrat from Intelligent Life. Vampirage is using their Flux here to try and turn it back, and Joe Mama is able to get a couple kills, but Karma gets 2 with the tire. Distortion finds the Diva from Rogue Dragons. That is going to be the pin to take out Ravage. So looks like it is going to be Intelligent Life here holding on here if they are able to kill these last few members, but Lit Cat, they do get a kill and pop out both support ults here, but it is just the supports and the Diva left now. Wall comes out from Joe Mama just to keep everybody safe here as the tanks return to the point for Rogue Dragons. Window comes out from Froji Fizzy, and it is going to be Rogue Dragons backing off here. They're not wanting to invest anymore, but Intelligent Life does go in. They are able to get Distortion. Jesse Games trades out for Lit Cat. So it is going to be Rogue Dragons with an even fight here, but they are going to be holding back and waiting for their supports.
Yeah, Rogue Dragons are really struggling with their Diva right now. On Diva Creed, they're just getting outspammed by the Sig and the respective Sim on the other team, so they really got to engage matchup if they want to have any hope of winning these fights.
Skitsky does pop the tire, is able to get the lamp, and then Distortion's able to get a couple kills off that. Just Game sends Persona off the map, it looks like. The bomb comes in from Womps, is able to get a couple there, but they're going to have to do a lot of work here as they are the only one left, and there are 4 members for Intelligent Life. Diva gets demacked and sent straight into the air somehow. Jamal able to look at that kill. Big shatter from Ravage. Counter shatter from Distortion. Lamp there to keep him alive though. That is not long, and neither is Ravage. The beat comes out from Jesse Games. The kills are going all towards Intelligent Life here. Just the Tracer left to stall, but it is going to be Intelligent Life sending us to round 3.
Yeah, that round it just seemed like Intelligent Life had a better grasp on the macro of this map.
Score.
Not much else can be said. They cycled Ulticon well, and they just punished a lot of Rogue Dragon's mistakes. We got a map on our hands.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, good improvement from Intelligent Life on that map there. And yeah, like you said, they just had the better comp. Rogue Dragon's not able to match that spam and just getting picked off before they're even able to engage onto Intelligent Life near the end. And we are going to be seeing both teams going with something completely different here. Where we have Intelligent Life with that double main tank, whereas Rogue Dragon's going with the ball comp.
Round 3. Capture the objective.
I feel like Intelligent Life have a better chance of winning the first fight, but after first fight, it's going to be a lot easier for Rogue Dragons to just cycle ults and poke from range.
And they do get on the point very fast. Ravage going in there trying to disrupt things a little bit, not getting a whole lot done quite yet. The Doom Fist is there for Sitsky, and able to goes down very low, but does force the recall from the Tracer. Karma able to finish him off. Excelsior does get further divisions as well, and Karma able to get another one. Distortion does fade out for Persona, but it is all Rogue Dragons here. Just a couple members left of Intelligent Life. They should be able to cap this fairly easily here once they get rid of Distortion, though there is still Jesse Games here trying to keep it from being capped. Karma finishes those 2 off, and that's going to be Rogue Dragons with the first cap.
Yeah, fortunately Intelligent Life played that way too slow for such a brawly comp, as they just got poked out, and by the time that the other team engaged, they had no cooldowns and no health left to even survive with.
They are, despite having that teleporter, they're not going to be going straight to point. It looks like they are going to be trying to get behind Intelligent Life, and they go right onto Lit Cat and take him out right away. Ult coming out from Rogue Dragons here, but Furgy Fizzy does find Womps with the Coalescence. The mines are there though, kind of keeping Intelligent Life in that back room. Distortion does use their Primal Rage, and going after that. The pocket here. They are able to get Persona in the middle of the air with that too. But the fight is transitioning onto the point here. Womps back. The wall comes out from Joe Mama. Is Distortion able to finish off Womps as well? The Ravage is still there to stall. But the point does flip here, and it looks like Rogue Dragons are going to be going back to their spawn with Karma going down as well. And Jesse Games gets Excelsior.
Ups to the primal mechanics coming out from Distortion to kill the Mercy Persona mid-air. While I don't know if it was the most logical ult to pop in that situation, even though they were already winning the fight, it was nice to see those sexy primal mechanics.
As we were giving her credit, she does get caught out by Rogue Dragons here, and Womp's able to get a kill onto them, and with Sadisky with the bomb. Karma finds Virgin Fizzy. Shatter comes out from Vampirage. Doesn't look like he really caught anybody. Jesse Games there with the beat to keep everybody healthy, but it is Rogue Dragons in the kill feed here. Joe Mama able to get a trade on the Lit Cat, but there's not a lot of members left here for Intelligent Life to keep this point from getting flipped by Rogue Dragons. Virgin Fizzy's still there trying to stall out. But it is going to be the flip coming in.
Bunch of ults coming out from Rogue Dragons there. So that makes sense at the point. This fight though, we got a roughly even distribution of ults between teams, so it should be a close one.
Yeah, and Intelligent Life is speeding onto them once again. Rogue Drake is just kind of disengaging here. The Nano comes out onto the Tracer. Ravage goes in to try and give the Tracer some room to work. Vampire gets slept out, and Intelligent Life able to flip the point here before the kills even start coming in. A couple members down for Rogue Dragons here. Vampire's down for Intelligent Life as well. The Fiji able to find Womps with the Coalescence. So it is going to be Intelligent Life winning this team fight and getting a kill on the Persona with the Skill Orb.
Interestingly enough, the entirety of the Rogue Dragons chased down Vampire that got split during his teleport. And they didn't pay any attention to the entire rest of the team on point, and with that position they just killed several to start the fight.
And Excelsior was in the backline there. They were able to get the stick onto Joe Mama. The kills coming out both sides here now as Joe Dragons tries to make a play onto that. Persona did get the res off, but Vampire's able to get Karma out of that copy. And it looks like Intelligent Life is going to be holding on to this point and forcing overtime here. Distortion finds Lick Cat with the Primal Rage. Karma is able to get Vampire, and it is Karma and Excelsior getting the kills here. And that is going to be the point flip back to Rogue Dragons on keeping this map going.
I just feel Vampire's just paying on that shatter. He had a solid 3 or 4 lined up right in front of him, and just Ravage pooped him just enough out of the way that he didn't hit anyone right around the corner.
I missed the boop. I heard the shatter, but didn't see it connect. And Intelligent Life just kind of running straight through Rogue Dragons to get to the point here. The Coalescence comes out from Fiji. Excelsior throws in the Pulse Bomb, doesn't find anybody. Overtime gets triggered as the point gets flipped. That's going to be Rogue Dragons having to come back in on it. They jump on Womps and get the DMAC here, so it is going to be an advantage for Intelligent Life. Skitsky able to get Persona, and that is all Intelligent Life in the kill field here. Ravage with the mines onto the points. But Jesse Games has the beat to keep everybody alive, take damage. Doesn't look like anybody else is going to touch, and that's going to be the first map going to Intelligent Life.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Rogue Dragons, they tried going for a little bit too, risky of a res there at the very end of the fight. And even though they were already in a 5v6, losing another one in that situation is so much less worth than just taking the 5v6, as there's virtually no chance of taking a 4v6, but at least with 5 you have a chance.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a risky play there that didn't go their favor, but pretty good start here for Intelligent Life, and it is going to be Rogue Dragons map pick going into the second map here. It looks like we are going to get at least one switch here. Sempra is going in for Excel, so Sempra back in the lineup here for Rogue Dragons. It's going to be interesting to see if that makes a difference going into map 2, especially since we don't really know how much work Excelsior had with the team prior to being added today. But it will be Eichenwald for our second map here. Rogue Dragons pick.
I find it interesting that the Rogue Dragons choose Eichenwald, as even though second point is fairly open, Intelligent Life can run the monkey comps they were doing decently on. They can run almost everything in the game that they were doing well in Lijiang with, so perhaps Rogue Dragons simply has more practice on Eichenwald, but it seems like it's completely fair game, no real advantage by picking this map.
Yeah, not sure if it's a comfort pick or if they have a set strategy. We should be able to figure it out here pretty soon as both teams start getting ready to get into this next map. But I thought Intelligent Life looked very good in that first uh, first map, especially on map 2 and 3. After kind of a shaky start on map 1, not really being in sync with their ultimates at all, and kind of just walking straight into Rogue Dragons and dying.
On the first round of that Lijiang map, it looks like they were just really uncertain with how they were playing, but it might have just been game nerves that were shaken off just after the first round.
Hopefully, they continue to play like they did in the last 2 rounds. We get a very exciting series here because that round 3 could have gone either way. And we are just gonna throw to a quick break here as we wait for the teams. Should be just momentarily before we get into map 2. Everybody, we are here with map 2. Had a bit of a little issue there with Semper trying out some new equipment. So they, Rogue Dragons did sub him back out for Excelsior. So we are going to see them come back in here for map 2, which once again will be Eichenwald here. Both teams going to be set here to show us what they're going to be playing in just a few seconds. And it looks like we are going to be seeing Intelligent Life coming out with an Orisa Diva comp on the defense.
Interesting choice of Orisa Diva, as you get a lot of spam from the, what's it called, Orisa, Tor, Hanzo, Bath, and all of that, but you also have a lot of peel with Diva and Brig, so maybe they're afraid of the, what's it called, 6-man perhaps, trying to poke them out and then be able to stun and just annihilate them as soon as they engage, but outside of that, it's kind of a very niche comp being run.
3, 2,
Yeah, it could definitely give them an advantage in a bunch of matchups with not only the poke but the peel, like you said. And this is going to be Rogue Dragons coming out on that Ryan Diva Rush comp here. Kind of a classic one here with the Cowboy and the May. And they are going straight to the point. Intelligent Life is kind of giving them the first tick here for free. Siski is able to get Womps' mech. But Excelsior are able to get the kill on the flex here, so it is going to be kind of an even fight, and they just cap the point without any kind of resistance from Intelligent Life. They were just playing too far back. Rogue Dragon just going to be picking up the cart here and able to get it rolling and with relative ease.
Yeah, unfortunately for Intelligent Life, they just don't have enough spam to really punish that kind of rotation by giving up that much space. If they would have needed to hit every single pole to even have a chance of buying enough time, but even then it would have been hard. So they swapped to Brawl here, and let's see what they can do now.
The wall comes out here. Doesn't separate anybody from Rogue Dragons, but a bunch of members from Intelligent Life do get separated. But Distortion able to find the pin kill onto Lit Cat. Vampirage able to get Excelsior as well, and they immediately jump to the cart to stop that from moving. Jesse Games, the sport line getting a couple kills there as well. That's going to be Rogue Dragons going back to spawn here, but 5 minutes on the clock here to still get pushed through B.
That 5 minutes is not nearly as long as it seems on a map like Eichenwald, though. They can easily fit 2, maybe even 3 fights here. So it's very easy to hold for the full 5 minutes on this point.
And the window comes out from Frizzy, but Excelsior able to get 2 with the Deadeye right away. So that ult's not getting them a whole lot of value there. Vampirage is able to trade out onto the Cowboy, but it is all Rogue Dragons in the kill feed besides that.
Massive opening pick there from Excelsior. Now it's entering 1 to 2 fight territory, so it's going to be difficult for what's called Intelligent Life to stop the steamroll from here, so they also have very little ults.
And the Shatter comes in from Ravage, does find a couple, but Sadisky able to get Excelsior. Distortion with a Shatter of her own, and it is good. Jesse Games gets Lit Cat off the side, and that is going to be Intelligent Life stopping this push here, just a few meters away from the point B.
Even though it's just a few meters, with the way the coach moving back now, there's still a chance there'll be 2 fights left once the next fight starts. After that, Phalos probably going to get around the corner once more.
And the Intelligent Life is kind of staying on the high ground with this cast here. Rogue Dragons does push through. Flex with the Blizzard, able to catch a few members. Sadisky with the Deadeye does catch Karma, but the bomb comes out from Womps. Not able to get anybody, but it does get the Lamp, which allows Rogue Dragons to get a few kills. Siski does trade out on the Lit Cat. Bomb comes out from Vampirage, finds 2, as well as Womps' mech. Ravage still there, but Excelsior able to get Siski. Vampirage getting the kill onto Ravage here, and that is Jesse Games sending Excelsior off the map. And giving me another hold for Intelligent Life.
Very strange fight from Rogue Dragons there, as they popped a bunch of ults underneath Hassel, but they kept popping ults even when they lost 1 or 2, and at this point of Ball, you really gotta win 2 fights to start pushing Car, unless you take the initial engagement on Car instead of underneath. So they kind of just won a fight, but then never got to get any value out of it.
And Rogue Dragons gets the early kill onto the BAP, which sends Intelligent Life just kind of running straight at them. They were able to get to the pin in the boot to get Distortion off the map, and which allowed them to open up this fight. Jesse Games does send 2 off the side, but Persona able to get an environmental of their own onto Distortion. It's going to be Rogue Dragons pushing this in here with only 4 members. It looks like Intelligent Life is going to be able to get a member onto the card here to stop it. Jesse Games with the beat to try and keep everybody alive. Excelsior's in the back line with the Deadeye, able to get 2. But Sinsky is able to get the mech of Womps, but Excelsior is just running into them, getting kills. Karma throws down the Blizzard just to keep Distortion frozen up to get the kill, and that is going to be the cap here. Jesse Games going over the top, but just going to be a bit of a reset for them as well.
That was a very sloppy fight from both sides. Absolute carnage coming out from both the Lucios, spoofing multiple members of each team off the point. But we ended up with some little bit of stall shenanigans, and right now it's just looking like Intelligent Life has a good chance to stop the steamroll from ults of their own.
Yeah, Persona does have the beat though, so may be able to keep people healthy as Sadisky does hit the Deadeye. Doesn't look like they're going to find anybody, but they do get the mech, which is big. The Blizzard comes out on the back of that. Flex able to get a couple. They do lose Vampage's mech, but it is, like you said, a hold for Intelligent Life on the backs of those ults.
This will be another interesting fight to see how it plays out, as the Intelligent Life's about to get window, but for nearly 5 ults coming out, or available for Rogue Dragons, it's going to be a really hard corner to hold, but if Rogue Dragons isn't careful and they pop other ults here, there's probably going to be a recontest for the Intelligent Life once more.
And they do start it off with Excelsior's Deadeye. Gets walled off by Flex though, but able to get around it and find Sadisky. Bomb comes out as well, doesn't catch anybody. Karma gets a kill on the Vampage before they can get the remake. The window comes out from Froji Busy though, but that is Karma throwing in the Blizzard here. No Diva to eat that up. The window comes down to keep people alive, but it's not for long. That is both members of Intelligent Life. They are coming off the respawn here though. But they are going to be down a couple as they try to get there to the cart before it caps. The Ravage hits the Shatter. Doesn't look like it found anybody, but they get the pin kill onto Distortion. Bomb comes out from Womps. Finds just the lamp. That's going to be enough to get both supports out here from Intelligent Life. And that is going to be Rogue Dragons capping this with just under a minute to spare.
That was a really great push from Rogue Dragons at the very end. Not only winning the first fight on third just with 2 ults, but managing to win the next fight immediately just by popping all the remaining ults, because they actually managed their ults perfectly. Actual ulticon management is fairly rare, I'd say, from what we've seen for the first couple weeks in Inspire, but that was about as good as it gets.
Yeah, good news for Intelligent Life, though, is that they were able to stall just under 1 minute, which could be pretty consequential if Rogue Dragons is able to put up a good defense.
Yeah, if they manage to cap, even with no time remaining, they'll still get a minute to have a chance at an attack.
It looks like Rogue Dragons, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They are running out with the same rush comp for their defense here. It looks like it is going to be the mirror on the other side as well.
Makes sense though, taking that mirror, because even though their, first fight got them off to a bad start, Intelligent Life was really going nearly even, if not winning more fights than losing on this bro comp once they swapped. So, hopefully they continue that momentum into this attack if they want to win.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
And looks like they are going to be taking this far right side approach here, just trying to keep away from any spam damage that may come in. Wall comes up, pretty good timing there to stop Ravage from getting any ult charge from that fire strike. They are wrapping all the way around here. I wonder what abilities they're waiting for here as they do come in. Both walls come out. Sadisky is able to find the first kill onto Excelsior. Lamps come down for both teams. Ravage frozen up. Lamp falling for Rogue Dragons. That is going to be the mech going down, but Womp's able to get the melee kill onto Sadisky as Ravage falls. Maywall stops Rogue Dragons from being able to really push onto the point, and that is going to be a first cap here. Almost just as fast and easy for Intelligent Life as it was for Rogue Dragons.
Absolutely great rotation coming out from Intelligent Life there, as even though they were at risk for a little bit more poke and the brawl didn't matter, but they were able to just drop with all their cooldowns from high ground onto the Rogue Dragons, and it was about as easy of a fight win as you'll see this game.
And Rogue Dragons completely abandoning the brawl here to go for that double shield. Ravage is able to get the kill on the flex, but Sadisky does trade it out for Excelsior. So this is going to be both teams with the 5-man here. Virgin Frizzy does throw down the window and the lamp just to keep people healthy. Lick Cat puts their own lamp down just to get Rogue Dragons out. This is going to be Intelligent Life continuing to push this here. Karma does get the kill, but a couple more for Intelligent Life here. As we do have the cart continuing to push through this B here.
A very strange rotation for the Rogue Dragons to retreat back into the console against Brawl. Instead of being able to spam from range and continue to put pressure on the Brawl, they just kind of force themselves into close quarters and allow the Brawl to reach them. And from there, once Brawl gets the double shield, Brawl's going to win every time if they still have health and cooldowns.
I'm not sure if Vampirage got forced out of the mech there or just tried to throw it in against that Ash Mercy in the backline. But Excelsior does get the kill onto Jesse Games. So it's going to be the speed gone for Intelligent Life's Rush. Sadisky does pop the high noon and able to get the kill onto Excelsior, and that's going to be Intelligent Life capping this here as soon as they kill Ravage. But the Mercy does come in just for a little bit of stall at the end. Tries to go for the res, but nothing there. Karma back just for a couple seconds to stall. But this is going to be the cap here for Intelligent Life, and they have 5 minutes to get checkpoint C.
5 minutes into third is a lot more intimidating than 5 minutes into second, because by the time you get third, there's only maybe 3 more fights, 4 if you really get lucky, but they already have ults, and from the looks of Rogue Dragons, they're already holding a back corner, so at most there's 2 fights left. They have to win this fight over and over and over again on this corner if they want to have a chance.
Window comes out from Intelligent Life, not finding a whole lot through it now as Rogue Dragons is able to kite away from it. But Lick had able to answer with the window of their own. The lamp is there to keep everybody safe. The walls separating the members of Rogue Dragons a little bit. Pete comes in from Just Games a little bit. That is going to be Distortion getting stunned out of their shatter from the looks of it. Excelsior popping the Deadeye. Deadeye on the other side from Sadisky. Both finding a couple players here, and it is just a scrappy fight. Members of both teams here. Womp's able to get the remake kill onto Flex. And it is just the support line here for Intelligent Life, so probably going to see a reset here. Yeah. And that's but they do not get out.
And great ammo from Lickhat to mitigate the 3-man shatter coming out from Distortion, as even though the shatter should have been game-changing, he hit all squishies, ammo came out and they lived just long enough for Distortion to get punished and the fight to be swung. Looking at even matchup for the current next fight ult-wise, but it'll be interesting to see what happens next.
Distortion goes dangerously low here. The Maywall comes up to try and keep them into the kill box, but Virgin Frizzy there with the lamp to keep everybody healthy. Vampire tries to kill on the Excelsior. The window comes out in response. Ult's flying on both sides here. Bob not able to find anybody, but Persona gets the kill on Distortions. Disky trading out for Karma. Ravage goes down. That is going to be Womp sending the Diva Bomb into the back. Does find Virgin Frizzy. So it is a pretty even fight here on both sides. But Rogue Dragons with the respawn advantage here, so they're going to be getting their members back a little bit faster. And the Shatter comes out from Ravage, finding Flex right away. Sadisky falls as well. Maywall comes up to keep Distortion locked in place. She goes down, and that's going to be Intelligent Life going back to spawn.
At this point, Intelligent Life should be considering just getting as many ults as possible and getting ready to use them all in one fight, because they still have plenty of time to cap, but they're currently losing the Ulticon war. Even if they're popping the same amount of ults, they're just at a slight disadvantage with each time pop ults, as Rogue Dragons just has a better defensive position, but it'll be interesting to see how they play this. Once again, roughly equal in ults, but it really just matters how they use them at this point.
And that's Stagger kill onto Sadisky as they were trying to, re-engage here. Does bring that time bank down from almost 3 minutes down to 2 before they're able to engage. Both supports on each side popping ults. Womp's able to find the kill and Distortion. Excelsior gets their Deadeye off first. Sadisky does fall. And that's going to be Rogue Dragons pushing Intelligent Life back once again. And, that time bank is starting to dwindle down here from, 5 minutes. They've got to cap it here in, 1 or 2 more pushes.
That being said, this should be the best chance that Intelligent Life gets at capping the whole thing this next fight, as they have Shatter, Mail, and Window coming out when Persona's just barely going to be able to get beat, but oh
and
my.
The Shatter does find the couple, but the lamp is there to keep everybody healthy. Both Blizzards flying out and everybody getting frozen up. Rampage gets the kill onto Ravage. That is going to be the bomb, not finding anybody, but Sadisky finds the kill onto Excelsior. Intelligent Life does have the couple member lead here. Wall comes out, doesn't really find anybody cut off from that. The Rogue Dragons are going to be regrouping in the spawn, looking to come back with 6. As Intelligent Life does push it within a couple meters of the cap. Both main walls, they're kind of keeping everybody at bay. Cat throws down the window, and they are able to find Sadisky right away. Both Divas lose their mech, and that is going to be the Bastion from Excelsior, and that is just getting a lot of value as Rogue Dragons gets the team kill to hold on. And it is going to be last fight here for Intelligent Life.
Looks like no ults are going to be present from either side, but interestingly enough, Distortion swaps to the ball for the last fight and flexes onto the Echo. It's going to be very difficult to brawl for this, or what's it called, poke out for this last fight though. They don't have enough time to really play slow.
Yeah, lamp out early though. Ravage is going extremely low, so they're trying to pressure that Ryan down. They do get the pin back into the team. Both tanks down here for Intelligent Life. The Bastion is just in the backline chewing up the members of Intelligent Life. Just the Lucio left on the point here. And that is going to be it. The window comes out, but it is not for good. Distortion unable to get the touch at the end.
It's a very strange, what's it called, series of events to end that map. Swapping onto the ball and Echo to try to take out a Bastion swap, but without enough time or space to spam out properly. I'm just a little bit confused by the Intelligent Life's choice of comp there.
Yeah, maybe they weren't confident that they were going to be able to get the touch. I mean, there was only about 25 seconds left when they started coming off of spawn, so maybe they were just worried about somebody getting there to touch and then, going for high value pick kind of plays. But definitely kind of a squandered opportunity to get a 2-map lead. But that is going to be the series getting evened up here. So we got quite a match on our hands here. This is going to be Intelligent Life's map pick going into map 3. And that will be Dorado.
That makes sense, as they have the option to run more ball and more monkey than Ryan, as they ended up not doing so well in the Ryan v Ryan brawl at the end of 3rd. So it makes sense they're trying to get away from it now, but that being said, there's still very playable first point to run brawl, at least on defense. If done well, it can also be done on attack, but they just gotta be careful.
And we will see Joe Mama switch in for Sadisky, so it could be that they want to kind of go away from the brawl, like they kind of were on map 1, whereas with Sadisky in, they were running that cowboy in that brawl comp. And we will also see Sempra trying to get in here finally for Excelsior on Rogue Dragons as well, so a couple DPS switches for both teams. And we will be throwing it to a quick break here as the teams get set with their new lineups. And we'll be right back with map 3 Dorado in just a quick moment. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with map 3, Dorado. Score is all tied up, and we are having a pretty good match here. Very close on each side, wouldn't you say, Zeb?
This is fairly close. Where for about 5 minutes it looks like it's going completely Rogue Dragon's way, and then another 5 minutes is going completely Intelligent Life's way. Even though it's close overall, it's just random stretches of dominance from both teams has been what we've been seeing so far.
Yeah, looks like the switch in for Semper here for Rogue Dragons is going to have them with that Ashe on the defense here with that Orisa Diva comp. Whereas on the other side, Joe Mama coming in to play the Tracer for Intelligent Life's Double Bubble.
I like this, what's it called? Orisa Diva comp a lot more into Double Bubble than I do against a comp like Brawl. Like, don't know exactly what Intelligent Life is thinking, trying to run the same Orisa Diva out on Icon first, but it should be very strong here for Rogue Dragons.
And the Halt Out of Spawn is able to slow Distortion down a little bit, but she does get onto the cart and get it moving here. A lot of damage coming into the Diva. They are able to be kept up by Lit Cat. Sempra with the big dynamite here, and Flex going extremely low. Karma able to chase him down and get the kill there. So they're going to be missing a lot of damage here on this dive once that Double Bubble starts getting going. Womp's able to force the recall out of Joe Mama as well, as the dynamite hits a lot of members yet again. But Virtue Fizzy is getting a lot of ult charge here. They're going to have that Nano Monkey online, and as I say that, Ravage able to find the kill onto Distortion, so that's going to be a Nano Monkey without a monkey.
Distortion just keeps jumping up away from his team. You don't have to actually take that high ground, so that's not where the Orisa is set up to actually set up for a engage. You can just literally poke out a little bit, feed, and get some ult charge for your Ana. So they just kind of fed a couple of deaths that didn't need to be there in the first place.
Lex able to get the kill onto Karma as Distortion goes in. She does have that nano. Getting a lot of damage here, but not a lot of members going low. Bob comes out from Sempra. Does get slept up there, so not getting a whole lot of value, especially with where it landed. Distortion goes back in on 1 HP, and she is not long for life as long as a kill. She is able to get the lamp from Lit Cat here, see if that's going to be anything they can punish, but it is going to be Rogue Dragons getting all the kills here. Starting to chase down this support line, which has been back in this corner for most of the map here. Semper able to get a kill onto Joe Mama. That is Distortion jumping in just to keep the supports alive, as Rogue Dragons backs off a little bit. And as I say that, Karma goes in with the stick and able to get Jesse Games, but they do give up their own life. Semper gets the kill onto Vanbridge though, so it is just a couple members of Intelligent Life. But it looks like Rogue Dragons isn't going to be pushing them, just content to spam them out from range.
Yeah, no, it's just been very strange how the Intelligent Life has been trying to farm for ults, as they finally get ults, and then they're not really in positions to full team engage, so they don't do nearly enough to actually win the fights.
That was a lot of damage there onto Distortion. Virtue Fizzy not able to keep her up. It is going to be Rogue Dragons stalling this cart even more. We're getting down to about less than a minute left here. And Karma finds another pick on the Flex. Distortion does jump in though. She does have the Prime Rage to keep her healthy. Persona also able to answer with that rally to keep everybody alive. Nano goes into the Primal Monkey there. They are battering Lit Cat around, but he does have his lamp. He was in the corner. The lamp was not able to reach him where he was standing, and Distortion was able to find that kill. Maybe an opening here is Sempra kind of throws the Bob into the house, and not really going to be getting a lot of good sightlines for him there. To shoot onto the cart is starting to move here. But Womp throws the bomb into the back, doesn't find anybody. But a few members down here from both sides. Flex able to get the copy into the Diva. They do get that bomb, but it doesn't find anybody. As Karma and Persona are starting to clean up the members of Intelligent Life. Flex just trying to, get out with their life here, but Semper able to bring him down. And there is 10 seconds left for Intelligent Life, and they are not even close to getting checkpoint 8 so yet. And it doesn't look like they're even going to be able to touch. Looks like the ball did get there just in time. Womp's able to eat up the grab, so that is going to be that ult disappearing here. Karma able to find the kill, and Fizzy Ravage getting Vampirage. Flex able to get the Diva mech, but it is just Jesse Games there, and that is going to be a full hold here on Dorado from Rogue Dragons.
Yeah. That should be cause for red alarm for Intelligent Life, as they were on comp that, sure, Double Bubble wasn't even the strongest into that Arisa Diva does kind of annihilate Double Bubble unless it's played well, but there was very little coordinated engages coming out from Intelligent Life for that entire attack. The only fight they won is when they used 3 ults to get it going, and even then, they got stalled out a little bit, and even though they took a lot of space, they didn't cap because the other team eventually came back with their own ults. So maybe you'll see them try mirroring the same comp, but it's going to be very difficult to hold any better than that.
Yeah, honestly, the only real criticism you could really put at Rogue Dragons for that hold was Sempra's use of the Bobs. They just ended up in very bad positions and not getting a whole lot of value. One of them kind of got slept in a bad spot and not able to, push on through, and then he kind of threw the other one into the wall of the house and didn't give it a lot of sight lines. That was really like the only negative I could see from their entire defense.
Stick together. We will complete
Yeah,
our mission.
I mean, there were a couple of mistakes that, at least opportunities that were there for the Intelligent Life that just weren't capitalized on though. It wasn't a perfect defense, but they just weren't punished for any of their mistakes.
Attackers incoming.
And I was kind of hoping we were going to see Karma come out on that Genji, but they do switch back to the Tracer right away. Womps jumps up onto that high ground and gives the mech over to Distortion and Jomama. I don't think they knew the Tracer was hiding in the corner. But that is going to be Rogue Dragons pushing the card up a little bit here. Jomama able to get the kill onto the Baby Diva into the back line there, trying to push pressure out Semper from able to do any damage. But a lot of poke coming out here. A little bit of a Winston brawl on the cards. Both teams just kind of moving around here, but that is a big ante onto the back line, and that is going to be a lot of Intelligent Life falling here. Just the Tracer left to stall, but it looks like they are going to be getting out of there.
Yeah, it's just pretty big anti, get the break, and there's nothing really to stop your Tracer and Monkey from just annihilating from there. And that really should be the point already, unless they can get a crazy stall.
Jomama did get on to stall and and they just don't get back to the point. That is an easy cap for Rogue Dragons.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a miscommunication or what, but Jomama got onto the point for a second and stalled it, and then got off as the ball came in, and then they both just kind of got away from the point and they just walked it in.
Yeah, it just seemed to be very strange. Especially since that was, what's it called? Intelligent Life's map pick, so to get held that hard on their own map choice, not a good look. It's gonna be rough for them to save the series here.
Yeah, but on the other side now, we do have Rogue Dragons, taking a lead here in the series for the first time. They got the 2-1 now, so this is going to be Intelligent Life's map pick once again. We'll see if we do have any swaps here, but while the teams figure that out, we will throw it to a quick break.
Initiating match.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here with map 4. We at Temple of Anubis. We did have one switch here during the break. And as I say that, it looks like they switched it on me again. But the DPS line for Intelligent Life is going to be Flex and Sadisky this time, rather than, I believe it was Flex or Joe Mama and Sadisky last map. But we do have that switch here. And it looks like they are going to be looking to run some Pharah comps here with Flex in. Whereas Rogue Dragons back on that Arista Diva.
Yeah, back on the Arista Diva, probably expecting some variant of a monkey comp, as Anubis is a notoriously easy map to just get a monkey up onto the little high ground and have Ana farm for nano. But it'll be interesting to see if they can hold, because this is a much more attack-oriented map, I'd say, than Dorado is, especially with the double bubble comp, so it'll be interesting to see if Intelligent Life has any more of a chance here.
Yeah, they're gonna have to show us something a little bit different than they did on Dorado. Maybe Flex coming in on that Pharah is gonna be the difference maker for their comp. Because otherwise, mostly the same, besides the Reaper instead of the Tracer as well. But that turret is putting in a lot of work as the teams kind of wrap around this little bit of mid-ground here.
Yeah, Distortion just pops the bubble early, so it's going to be hard for him to engage, but that being said, Semper does go down.
Yeah, Flex able to find the kill there, and no mercy on the side for Rogue Dragons, so that is going to be unresable. They do jump onto Lit Cat and force the lamp out, but he is able to get away. That is a fast nano coming onto Distortion here. She does jump in, getting a lot of cleave damage onto those turrets. Karma goes down. Sadisky finds Lit Cat. Semper able to get the trade onto Flex here, so they're not entirely out of it yet, but it is a 3v5 here, with Womps going down. Sadisky able to find the kill on the Semper side. Is going to be most of the damage here gone, just to bring in Larissa, and they're not even on the point trying to stall. Not really sure if they're going to be getting out there. Sadisky able to find the kill onto Ravage, and that is going to be them chasing down Persona before he is able to get back. They do have that 2 CP respawn time there, so they are able to get into the fight right away. Window comes out from Lit Cat here, as well as Karma popping the Molten Core. They do find the kill on the Distortion, and it looks like that is going to be Intelligent Life backing off here without their main tank. Sadisky going down as well. A good hold here from Rogue Dragons to stop the snowball.
Hey.
Good hold to stop the snowball, and now both teams have quite a few ults, so next fight's likely going to get super messy, but with so much of a defender's advantage on Anubis second, I think this one's going to end up going to Rogue Dragons.
Virgin Fizzy able to get another nano as well, but Ravage is going to be the first one popping out here. They do throw down that supercharger, and it looks like Intelligent Life just going to be waiting that out. They don't want to try and push into that. They have 4 minutes on the clock here. They can just wait, but Womps and Semper push up and get a couple of kills here, so most likely going to be the retreat from them, even with the res going on to Flex.
I just don't know why Distortion and Flex walked in there when Bongo was still up. They only had a couple more seconds to wait. Instead, they fed quite a bit of ult charge back to them, and now they are going to have to walk all the way back from spawn, giving up another 10 to 15 seconds. Just a weird choice.
Yeah, and but this next fight should be pretty messy here. We have 9 ultimates on the board here between these two teams. Lit Cat first with the window. Rally comes in from Persona as well. The barrage doesn't find anybody, and the Grav invested late once they're already down 3 members. Kind of interesting choice from Vampirage there. As that is going to be another Rogue Dragons hold.
Yeah, that just seems like Intelligent Life was getting a bit antsy, wanting to pop their ults, but they were already down. You just gotta wait till next fight. You forced out some enemy ults, so you just gotta take the loss and go from there. It's gonna be much harder for them to win this next fight as a result.
Yeah, I don't know if they thought maybe Sadisky was gonna pop
Thanks for the
uh,
assist.
the Reaper ult, or if they didn't know Flex had already died. But it was a very interesting use of the grab. Distortion goes in, does get the bubbles, but Karma is there with the Molten Core. Semper able to take out Distortion as well, and yeah, Intelligent Life just backing off yet again. And that time being starting to take away here.
Yeah, Distortion just kind of jumps into the middle of all of the Rogue Dragons. This is just not a comp that you can do that and survive into without the entirety of your team right there helping out, or without Nano or Primal up. She just kind of jumped in and turned into what you see when you hit a line moving at 60 miles per hour in a car.
And Womps with the 3K bomb to start the engagement here. And that is going to be Intelligent Life hitting the respawn yet again.
Yeah, I mean, Womp's got a bunch fixed, but it only stalls him out another 10 or so seconds. Now Intelligent Life has nearly 5 volts on the line when they only have 1. It's going to be a much easier fight to win for Intelligent Life, so this is going to be their best chance at capping.
Yeah, and the Nano goes down. Flex able to find Lit Cat right away as well, so there is no window or lamp on their side. 3 players down here for Rogue Dragons as that monkey just keeps diving in. Gets the D-Mech onto Womps here, and that cap is going to be starting to come through. Anti onto a couple members here, but it doesn't look like there's any follow-up. The High Noon comes in, but they were able to get them killed, and that is going to be a cap for Intelligent Life.
Yeah, like Womp's got a couple people with that bomb, but using that bomb when Intelligent Life had so many ults available just kind of lost them one of the only ways they'd be able to slow Intelligent Life down the next fight. That bomb kind of screwed him over in the long run.
Yeah, it is entirely possible that, that bomb could have turned the fight there. But also, with 5 ults, maybe, just taking that 40 seconds off the clock that they got out of that, decisive win, maybe the difference in the map.
Yeah, maybe we'll come back to fight them, maybe not, but as of now, it's just extending the amount of time it's going to take them to win in the first place, if they did.
And it looks like we are going to see Intelligent Life come out with the same double bubble on defense here, except with Sadisky on the Torb rather than the Reaper guy. Karma showing that Genji again, but we'll see if they stick with the Shimada pair or if they switch off again once the round starts.
Hello.
I mean, you see both teams running variations of monkey comps, but I don't know. I don't really trust Intelligent Life to win neutral fights. Still, it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
Oh, Karma going is extremely low, forces the recall immediately. Ravage jumps in. They are able to get the turrets, but that is going to be the D-Mech onto Womps here. So the fight's starting to go Intelligent Life's way to begin with. Semper able to get the kill onto Flex, but it is Intelligent Life into the kill feed. Besides that, Rez goes on to Flex from just the games as well. So they are back at 6 here. And Ravage is sleeping on the job, able to be taken out by Froji Fizzy as well. So it's going to be a first teamfight win here for Intelligent Life.
Really getting up to the red start, and they have more nano charge for their monkey than the other team too, so it's a very real chance they end up winning the second one, unless if their monkey goes down first.
Yeah, Karma able to find the kill onto Distortion. I'm not sure where exactly she was there, but that is going to be Rogue Dragons pushing in here. They are able to get that turret out, so it is effectively a 6v5 now with that extra damage off the board. The Nano comes in from Lit Cat onto Ravage. They are just burning down that Diva. Vampire able to get the kill onto Persona, Flex able to get the kill onto Lit Cat, and it is starting to turn here for Intelligent Life. Semper commits the Dragon Strike, and it does find 2, but there's nobody else on the point.
Yeah, I mean, very close to Nano coming out from Proj after that fight. or in the middle of that fight onto the Zarya, because after losing Distortion, I thought it was a lost fight immediately, but with just enough energy to get a pick early, getting it back to the 5v5, they had a real chance of winning and managed to make the best out of it.
And Ravage jumping in there with the Primal Rage. Flex with the Barrage, doesn't find anybody. They do get traded out, but 2 members down for Rogue Dragons. And that is going to be the res from Jesse Games onto Fergie Fizzy, so just still up here. Karma with the stick onto Sadisky. Both teams losing members here, but Karma able to get the kill onto Distortion. So just the supports and the turret in the background here. Womst just kind of peppering away at them. Ravage jumps on. They are finally going to be able to bring Fergie Fizzy down. Flex comes back on the Pharah, but there's not a lot of hope here of being able to keep Rogue Dragons from getting this cap.
Yeah, I mean, Distortion and Vampire just trying to take that fight on point way too fast. Their healers were low and trying to heal each other up, but instead of just waiting it out, giving up a tick or two, they went for the engagement right then and there and died. It just seems more risky than it needed to be.
That's going to be Sadisky popping the Torbolt to try and keep Rogue Dragons at bay as Ravage jumps in. Flex able to get the kill on the him, but Karma trades out. Sempra with the Deadeye doesn't find anybody, but gets a lot of people low. Distortion able to clean up the Diva. Sempra able to get the kill onto Vampirage. That is going to be the Primal Rage from Distortion here, just to keep Rogue Dragons off the point. But they do get away with 1 tick, and still have 3 minutes to go.
I think a tick might be really important later on, as it means there's a lot less time to prepare for staggers. But at the same time, only 3 minutes left. There's a real chance this can get stalled out. But Rogue Dragons has a bunch of ults, while Intelligent Life doesn't have any right now. So this should be a good chance to cap the entire thing right here.
Yeah, closest ult for Intelligent Life is only halfway there, so gonna have to be a lot of heroics coming out in the neutral here for them. Ravage goes in, does get burned down right away, but they do have that Primal Rage online if they need it. Sempra able to find the kill on Distortion Go, and that cap is nearing its potential here, and that is going to be the cap for Rogue Dragons.
Yep, pretty simple. Rogue Dragons had ults, Intelligent Life didn't. Rogue Dragons used their ults and won. Same thing that we saw Intelligent Life do once Rogue Dragons wasted all their ults on their defense. So it really has just been a battle of ult economies, since the only times the attackers are capping is when the defending team messes their econs up.
Yeah, and the good news for Rogue Dragons here is they do have the time bank advantage here, so it is only going to be 1 or 2 pushes for Intelligent Life as they try to stay alive in this series.
Only 2 pushes, but from what we've seen on first point, this can be very, very well end up going to the second point anyways. But it'll be interesting to see if there's any hope of capping point B, as that point took several minutes for Intelligent Life on their first attack, while the first point only took a single fight.
Yeah, it looks like Rogue Dragon's going to be going back to that Orisa Diva comp that they full held with on Dorado. So going to be pretty interesting to see if they can replicate those results. Whereas we're going to be seeing pretty much the same offense here from Intelligent Life with the Pharmacy and the Reaper.
Yeah, they're back on the Orisa Diva comp, but once again, it's the same comp they lost this point first fight with on their first defense. So it'll be interesting to see if they do any better, but they're taking the same rotate back to point strat. Maybe they're a bit more coordinated here, but it seems like it's going to be a struggle.
60 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the Dynamite doesn't find anybody, so Sempra not getting a lot of that ult charge that they normally get from that. And Flex just kind of getting people low, but Womps is right on them. They do get the kill. Looks like Jesse Games was thinking about going for the res there, but Womps was kind of guarding it. Womps taken out though, but Sempra able to get the kill onto Jesse Games. So it is 2 members down for Intelligent Life as they I look to try to reset here. Only 30 seconds left.
Yeah, Intelligent Life should probably be swapping to faster characters, but that being said, Rogue Dragons also did lose a couple people, even though they're all almost back, but it'll be interesting to see how this last fight that plays out. The Intelligent Life almost has Nano, so they have a chance of winning the fight, but it's gonna be tight to see if they can dodge and get that Nano off.
And the Nano comes in onto Distortion. She does get onto the point, as well as the Bob from Sempra. Distortion doing a lot of damage, but not able to get that Primal Rage off before they are taken out. Pulse Bomb comes in from Karma, doesn't find anybody, but gets a bunch, Scourge 50 low for Womps, who does get a couple. Ravage able to get one of their own, and Sempra able to get the kill on Deflex. Just the Valkyrie Mercy on the point, and that is going to be the full hold here from Rogue Dragons.
Yeah, unfortunately for Intelligent Life, they just seem to play it a little bit too slow. They got spammed out before they can have a real engage on their first fight, and by then, also going to be available for both teams, so they got a full hold for nearly 3 minutes here if they want to have a chance of contending the series, but it's going to be rough. They might be done just after this push.
Yeah, match point for Rogue Dragons here. They know what they need to do, and so does Intelligent Life to keep in the series. And it's going to be just a couple seconds here before we see what they try to hold it with. It looks like they are going to keep running that double bubble with the Reaper Torb for defense.
I personally don't like the DPS line of Reaper Torp here, especially knowing that it's very easy to go for the, what's it called, Ash spam, as we've seen Sepper do quite a bit, but Far is another great option into this kind of comp, just playing slow, looking for engages. Like, if Rogue Dragons struggle with their Monkey Diva here, there are so many different things they could swap to punish the DPS line, that it's going to be a very rough hold.
For you. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, they could just be, looking to see what they're running with and then go back to spawn, or they may just try to, run it down with what they have. They do have, Sempra on that Ash. Trying to get some shots in from the high ground here as they do get up there. And that is a big dynamite there. There'll be a lot of ult charge for Sempra there. Womps starting to go low, but they are able to get them healed back up. It's a lot of ult charge for Lit Cat. Both teams kind of rotating around here. They do start dip their toes onto the point, and Ravage able to take out that turret. Womp's able to get the kill on Distortion though, so that is going to be the opening here. Rogue Dragon's going to be pushing in on that. They get the stun onto Jesse Games, almost taking them out, but the bubble's there to keep him alive. Anti onto Flex, and that is going to be Rogue Dragons opening this point up. And they just need to kill that Ana and get one tick here. That is going to be the series.
Yeah, that just felt a little bit anticlimactic after the first two maps, but it was a good map, or a good match nonetheless.
Yeah, like you said, those first two maps are incredibly close. I'm not sure, what happened to Intelligent Life if, they just ran out of steam or got demoralized from that full hold on Dorado. They did show some signs of life here on, the first two rounds, but it was decisively Rogue Dragons for most of the last two maps. And that is going to be, the series here. Rogue Dragons able to get the win here on to go 3-0. We do, have the opportunity to name our player of the match. Zim, who are you feeling?
I'll be honest, I felt like that was much more of a group effort than the last couple games from Rogue Dragons, but I think I'd either give it to Ravage or Womst again.
Yeah, I think Womst did a lot of work with that Diva. They had a lot of good bombs. They were kind of all over the map getting a lot of kills. I would say that they definitely deserve that distinction here. We are going to be going throwing it to a quick break here as we do get set up for an interview here with the Rogue Dragons. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with Litcat from the Rogue Dragons. Litcat, how are you feeling after that 3-1 victory here?
It was feeling pretty good.
That is good to hear. And you guys are riding high here. You got a 3-0 stat line here in this tournament so far. Uh, how do you guys, feel going looking ahead here towards the rest of the tournament?
So our priority is to mainly prepare for upcoming teams, to mostly prepare what we can do, what comes when you run, and to not underestimate any team.
Fantastic. And uh, we did see you guys run several different comps here. Is there a strategy that you had against Intelligent Life specifically, or is it just map dependent?
So it was usually map dependent. And each point we usually, if a comp goes kind of wrong, we usually swap to another one that we feel comfortable with. We are a pretty flexible team, and I'm kind of proud of what our team can do and our understanding. I guess our understanding of other comps as well.
And uh, we did see on that Dorado, you were getting Primal Rage in the corner, and I just thought it was hilarious that you were in such a weird spot that the lamp you threw out was just barely getting blocked by the line of sight of the wall, and you were just like in a pixel where it wasn't covering you. I thought that was kind of funny. How do you feel about that?
Unfortunate. I always try to maximize the whatchamacallit, the length of the immortality field, and I guess I kind of mistimed it.
uh, but looking at the match as a whole, anybody on your team you want to give a shout out to, or who's really popping off?
Honestly, I would just give it to everyone because I really like how we play a lot of comps. We know what we're doing, uh, especially for our tanks. Our tanks really popped off. Voms really ate. like almost every graph, really. He really did good with the bomb on the Temple of Anubis, and definitely on Dorado.
Yeah, I think there was only like one or two grabs that ever got put out by Intelligent Life. So you are right. Womps was our pick for player of the match, based not only on that but all the rest of the work they were doing as well. Um, yeah. Any final words you got for us, the cat?
Uh, Not much to say.
All right. Well, congratulations on the win. We look forward to seeing you guys, continue to fight it out here in the tournament. Zim, any closing words here?
Cope.
My closing words were just gonna be good luck in your next matches, but
uh,
yeah,
I just like saying that. I just think it's funny.
Ope, man.
All right. Well, thank you, Lit Cat. That has been the match here. We had Rogue Dragons 3-1 Intelligent Life. Another exciting matchup here for Inspire Esports. We look forward to seeing you back here next week for week 4. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.